Hey everybody, it's Mark and Jeff here with the Charleston Area Living Group. Hope you're doing well. Jeff, there's like 33 people a day moving here, but whether you're moving here from out of state or you're just moving locally, new construction might be a really viable option. Why is that?
Big fans of new construction. There's one reason and one reason alone that new construction is amazing. You're guaranteed to know there's nobody else's toenails in your carpet.
Yes, that's a great reason.
That's disgusting. That's what my realtor told me when I moved here. But there's actually some truth in it. Having a house that nobody's ever had before is kind of cool. And Charleston is a great area for new construction. Lots of it. I think one of the reasons why is back when things were flying off the shelves a little quicker last year, all these builders, they were planning on having another rocking year, and then things slowed down a little bit. But they've already permitted, bought the land, started constructions, and so now they're having some really decent sales on new construction.
They're just too deep into it.
Yeah,
so
they've got a lot. They got to move.
Yeah.
These are big corporations, and once they put money out on these properties, they need to go sell them.
So right now, there's over almost 3,100 homes on the market, right?
Yep. In the whole Charleston, so most of that is like Dorchester, Berkeley, and Charleston County, but a few outlier counties, but in the Charleston area.
Yeah, 3,065 to be exact. Of those 3,065, 1,044 are new construction. But that includes proposed construction too.
Okay, so about a third.
About a third. Now minus 200 more from that.
Okay.
So 833 homes are either new finished construction or under construction and will be ready to go in the next.
Tell us about the timeline
months.
of that. So when most of them are coming on the market, the ones that are under construction but not complete, what's the timeline typically?
Yeah, so most builders we're seeing, it's when the cabinets go in is when we're seeing them put those on the market. And usually you're about 3 months out from that, I would say.
And so the ones that are finished can be closed on in, really, it's just
the financing part of it, right?
I mean,
and the attorney title part of it.
As short as 21 days, typically more in the 3 to 4 week range.
Yep. So what are some of the big neighborhoods, Jeff, that we've been seeing?
I made a list because I knew I was going to forget something. All right, so we're just going to pick 5 in. I'll start with this one. Mark made me a cheat sheet. All right, so Cane Bay Plantation is number 1 right now. And you happen to be a fan of Cane Bay. Why?
Because I live there.
He lives there. They have 106 homes. So this is under construction or complete.
That's right. That's all that is.
So in less than 3-ish months, all 106 of these are available. Nexton is second with 87. This was an interesting number to me. No neighborhood is 63. Now, I think there's a mistake in
there
some
might
of those.
Be some
like a realtor put it in and put in the wrong way. But those are new constructions that are not in an HOA, not in a neighborhood. So somebody went out, bought a piece of land, built a house.
Yeah, and we're seeing Hunter Quinn do a lot of that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Buying 3 and 4 lots just together.
Yep.
And just putting up those 3 or 4 houses.
Yep. So
there's some other builders doing that.
Kind of guy that, you can't have neighbors. You want to run around the yard naked. You scream way too much. Yeah, don't do that. But there's options for new construction for you.
Yeah.
Next up is the Ponds. Love the Ponds. And the next one, Ponds has 51. The next one I was surprised at, Shell Point at Cobblestone Village. They have 33 right now.
That's phase 2 of that neighborhood, I think.
Okay.
And I think they got the pool in there and everything now.
Okay, yeah.
So by next summer, people will be swimming along with your house purchase for sure.
And then a big one out in Moncks Corner that we're seeing a lot of traction in lately is Foxbank.
Foxbank,
yeah. People love Foxbank.
It's a really great neighborhood. I lived there for 10 years myself before moving to Cane Bay Plantation. This new building part is on the other side of the big lake that they have out there. It's like, I think it's like a 180-acre lake that you can go out there.
These really... I struggle with these glasses.
Yeah.
I do, because I need them to look at this, because if I don't, but then when I look over at you look like a
blurry
monster.
You need those ones where you go like this.
I know. I don't want to be the old man guy that has them down on the tip of my nose like this, and I'm like, okay, I'm looking down. I can read this now, Carnes 23, and look over at you, and you look normal.
Right.
All right. I've got some more data for you.
All right, go for it.
All right, so there's 201 new or finished homes under construction right now. The lowest one in the entire market, what do you think? Lowest priced new construction home in the Charleston area.
Lowest price, $400,000.
$265,000.
Wow.
Yeah, there's one out there, and that's a single family home.
I was way off.
The highest price new construction right now in the Charleston market.
800.
9.995 million.
Whoa.
Just shy of 10 million. So somebody went in and bought a really cool. It's probably like down on one of the islands or Kiowa. Yeah. So let's go to some of the neighborhoods that we do a lot of business in.
Okay.
Carnes, there's currently 23 homes that are either under construction or complete. The lowest is 338, and that's a townhouse. Okay. There are a couple. They're not really townhouses. They're what are they? They're like duplexes, duos, I think they call them.
But they get the shed in them between them, right?
No,
they don't. Okay.
No, this is just 2 units.
Okay.
1 building, 2 units. That's it. So not like a whole row of townhouses. And then the highest price one right now is $739.
Okay.
Cane Bay, your neighborhood, 106 homes under construction right now. 290 is the lowest, which we have not seen anything under 300.
That's going to be Penderwood.
Quite a while. And 604, oh no, that's the Bonds. That's not Cane Bay.
No.
290 to 600. Now that 600 in Cane Bay is in a 55 plus neighborhood.
Okay.
That's 4 Seasons.
Probably on the water too.
Probably, yeah. So the non-55 plus is well down into the 500s is the highest end home in Cane Bay right now. Ponds,
pretty affordable for this area.
Yeah,
if you think about it.
yeah. Ponds, 51 homes, 371 up to 645, and that 645 is also a 55 plus.
Okay.
Summers Corner is got 20 homes. They've been selling them fast over there, and those prices have really come down. $303,000 right now is the lowest price home in new construction in Summers Corner.
At one time, that was $450.
Yeah, and the highest price, which was, I sold probably 4 years ago. I sold, I think it was $750,000 house over there. The highest price home right now in Summers Corner is $470,000. And then Nexton, 87 homes under construction or complete. Lowest is $329,000. That is one townhouse in Nexton. There's $329,000, and the highest is $799,000. And we've sold one that was close to $800,000.
Yeah.
So we've sold at the top of the market in Nexton.
Wow.
So just the numbers have really come down a lot. And tell us a little bit about some of the financing that they're doing. And one of the reasons I think new construction is really a great deal right now is some of the things they're doing with financing.
All the incentives in totality, right?
Yep.
So some of the builders are giving money off of upgrades if you're building from scratch up, which is not many of those. I mean, we can go down that road a little bit. Yep. But there's not many builders that are doing that. And then 10, I've seen 15,000. 20,000 we recently saw in total compensation. Yep. And most of the builders, you can use some of that for financing. Yep. Some of that off of the price of the house. If you can't use it all, you can pay off your HOAs in advance. So there's some tens of thousands of dollars in closing cost assistance that we're seeing.
We had one recently. We're working with somebody, and there are still to be builts over in Cane Bay. So you get to go in, you pick your lot, you pick all your colors, you pick all your everything. Do you want to put carpet down in this room or tile or hardwoods or whatever? And they had $40,000 off in upgrades and
$20,000 upgrades, I think.
No, 40.
40 was total.
40, okay. 40, and then another $5 on closing costs. So it was a total of $45,000.
That's huge.
So we've always sometimes in our website somebody sees a new home and it's listed at $420. They're like, oh, I want that house. It's $420. It's beautiful. That's just the base price. Then you go get a lot premium. You go add all your stuff, and that's how it really used to be. A lot more. And by the time you were done, that $420 was $500.
Right.
You can now go in some of these, and if you see a to be built for $420. With that $45,000, you can get pretty close to or at that $420.
40,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, pretty close.
One of the things I want to talk about new construction. super important that you don't go into these model homes unrepresented.
And if you do, make sure you say
Yeah.
your agent's name, which would be Mark and Jeff, the Charleston Area Living Team.
Yeah.
Of course.
So these guys, Mark and I charge 3% for our services. That's just what we do. But the vast majority of these new construction, they pay us 3%. So there's really no reason to be not represented. And it's super important that on the very first time that you roll in, we want you to call us first so we can talk through it. But if you just happen to be in an area and like, I want to go blow through the door and see this house, tell them you're working with us, because once you are in there, if you go in and say, I don't have a realtor, they will not allow you to work. They will not pay us.
Yeah.
We still charge 3%. We have had people that have had to pay us out of their pocket because they want to be represented by a realtor. It's so easy to go in the first time and just say, I'm working with Jeff.
So recently, Jeff, I had the question of, well, why should I work with an agent if I'm going to new construction? Won't the builder's agent do that for me?
Yeah, so listen, the builder's agent, as wonderful as many of these builders are and as wonderful as many of these agents are, that agent represents the company. This is a big, ginormous corporation. Nobody is representing you. So there are a plethora of things. Do you like that word?
Plethora.
Yeah, it's like on a word on the little calendar of the day thing. A plethora of things that could go wrong in new construction, from the home inspections to financing problems. You must have somebody representing you that knows what they're doing. And if you're going to have a realtor representing, you might as well have a realtor that is as good looking as us.
That's true. And has done as many new construction as us, right?
I don't know if you know this. What percentage of our business in the last year has been new construction?
It's almost a third.
A third, yeah. So we do a lot of new construction.
Yep.
One of the other things that is great about new construction is the warranties. Tell us about the warranties.
Yeah, so basically your bumper to bumper, if you think of it when you're buying a car, your bumper to bumper warranty is for the first full year. If anything goes wrong, basically the builder will fix it. Now, there's some things, like they're not going to come back every month and paint your walls.
Right. First year.
Yeah.
Pretty much everything in the house.
And then usually up through year 2 is your HVAC. And then you have a roof and structural warranty all the way up until 10 years. Usually.
Yeah. So at the end of the first year, very typically, they'll contact you in like month 11 and say, hey, listen, there's nothing going on with the house. Let us come over. Let's do a once over, see, make a list of things to do. But even before you close on the house with new construction, it is incredibly important to do two home inspections. Yeah, typically when you buy an existing house, you do one home inspection. Well, this one's two. The first one is before they hang the drywall.
You're never going to see behind your walls again.
Yep.
Do the structural
inspection.
Inspection, thank you.
Absolutely. I did it at my house. I bought
too.
new construction. Absolutely did it. They found things that needed to be fixed. Number 2 is then the final, about a week before, 10 days before the close, typically, we go do one. And I have yet to find one that there wasn't stuff to fix.
We haven't come close. There was only like 5 things. But I'd rather know about those 5 things before I move in.
For $400 or $500, whatever it is.
Easily. Yeah. It was totally worth it.
When I bought my first house in Knightsville, they found, before we closed, a little cap that they hadn't put in the HVAC. It wasn't a huge deal, but it would have been blowing cold air out into the upstairs, into the attic, for the next 10 years.
Well, you like to just throw money away.
I'm sure I covered in utility savings the cost of the home inspection, and
You're
there was other
right.
stuff on top of it.
You're probably right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it for new construction. Yeah, we're big fans. We're well versed in it. Super important. Be represented. Have somebody on your side. We're good at this. We love new construction. Give us a call. You can check out our website at charlestonarea.living.com or give us a call at
843-732-9977. Have a great day.
See ya.